Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rest. In this video, we're going to be going over the Scorpio XL. If you don't know, this is a series I do on my channel where I take new, old, or recently buffed items and put them up against today's current meta to see how they perform. If you enjoy or find this video helpful in any way, consider subscribing and dropping a like. It's free, it really helps me out, and I truly appreciate it. But if you don't know, the Scorpio XL is a legendary pistol manufactured by TDR, and the red text to this weapon says mobile oppression for pennies a day. Now, if you're going to farm for this, you're going to head over to the Tazir Ruins, and you're going to be looking for Lieutenant Preston. That is the enemy who drops it. So if you don't know anything about the Scorpio XL, this is essentially a throwback to Borderlands 1. If you don't know, Roland had an axis skill that was essentially just a turret that was called the Scorpio. So this is obviously a nod to that, and it's a very welcome one. Roland's Scorpio turret in Borderlands 1, when you threw it, would just deploy a simple turret and have a shield on it, and if you bought into the skill tree, you could have it shoot rockets out, refill ammo, and do all sorts of things. So in this game, the legendary effect, since it's a TDR weapon, when you throw it, it's going to actually spawn that turret with that shield up, and it's going to shoot out machine gun bullets and rockets. That is the only special effects it has. Obviously in Borderlands 1, Roland's turret had a lot of other effects it could do, but in this game, the legendary pistol is just going to be shooting bullets and rockets. So when this gun first came out, it was sought after due to the effect of the weapon. Obviously nostalgia kicked in and everybody wanted it, and everybody wanted it to be good. The problem was it wasn't good at all. This gun rarely saw any play. The legendary effect of this gun didn't do much at all, but it was cool. So throughout the lifespan of the game, the gun was never used and was never utilized in any way. But now Gearbox has went out and buffed it, and they gave it a 400% increase in damage. Yes, you heard that right, a 400% damage increase. That is an absurd amount. So remember when I was saying the gun was rarely ever utilized or didn't do much at all? Well, the gun now definitely does do stuff. But let's be honest, if any gun gets that buff, it's gonna be performing well. So specifically on this weapon, being that it was really bad at the beginning, how is it performing now? Now I can safely say that this is one of the best legendary pistols in the game. And before anyone asks, no, it's not gonna overthrow something like the plasma coil. No gun in the game is really gonna ever take that unless they just release something that's even better. But this gun is actually insanely good now, and it's insanely good in the sense that the gun itself is insanely good, but the legendary effect is still a little lackluster. Sure, if you throw out a lot of turrets at once and you have constant machine guns and rockets being shot out, the legendary effect can take down enemies. Also on top, if you do that plus you shoot the gun itself, you can take out enemies pretty nicely. In my opinion, like I said, where this gun shines is just the gun itself. The Scorpio XL is a very fun weapon to use. On top of the damage being really good, it's super stable, it's super accurate, it has a nice fire rate, and it has a fast reload speed due to it being a TDR weapon. I honestly somewhat view this as a workhorse style weapon. If you don't know what that means, it's just a weapon that doesn't do anything super specific, but it just performs as a gun really well. Obviously the legendary effect is kind of super specific, but since it doesn't do much, I'm honestly not even including it to be a thing. And you might be thinking, even if the turret itself isn't doing much, the shield that comes out may actually block some damage, and it can block a couple shots, but the health this shield has on Mayhem 10 or 11 is just so beyond low, it's gonna break immediately, and the shield's not even gonna do an extreme amount for you either. And since it only covers up the lower half of your body, you still have your top part that can easily be hit. So this is a very interesting weapon, because in this whole video, in the sense, it sounds like I'm praising it, and then on top of that, it sounds like I'm bashing it. And obviously we all know why. It's because it's a TDR weapon, and the legendary effect that it has is just two completely different weapons from when you're actually using it and to when you actually have the gun on the ground. So overall, in my opinion, I would definitely recommend farming for this. If you need a solid weapon, especially earlier in the game, this is gonna be very good for you. You can level really nice with this. And even later into the game, on Mayhem 11, you see with the right anoint, this thing can still perform very well. And if you need a replacement pistol or want to try a new one out, this is definitely one you can look forward to. But that is all for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.